Hello there, I'm Chef Johnny, and this is Charlie. That's Riley. This is Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Appreciate you stopping by. Today, got some great barbecue chicken we're going to be cooking up for you on the Weber Kettle, so stick around, see how we get these chicken halves cooked on that Weber Kettle. I'm not going to do just a whole lot to this chicken. Pretty easy process. I've showed you how to cut one in half using a knife before. If y'all haven't seen my barbecue chicken halves on the Pitmaker barbecue vaults, I'll put a link to that video below so you can find it. But showed you how to do it with a knife. Well, today we're going to use just some kitchen shears. And what I do is lay that chicken down, find its tail, and we're going to start cutting right along that backbone. And we're just going to cut this bird all the way open. Once you get through the hip and into the ribs, it's just really easy cutting. Some people don't like to use a knife, so that's why I'm showing you this. But when you're cutting up a bunch of these, it's a whole lot easier to rip through them with a good sharp boning knife. Here we go. Backbone's out. Easy as that, didn't take long at all. Now I'm going to open it up. If I wanted to take the wishbones out, I could do that, but I think I'm just going to cut right here. And when I do, I'm going to kind of pop it open. If you'll look, you can see that kill bone. It's trying to break right at the kill bone. Kind of didn't break right on the edge. The edge is really right there, so I'll go out just a little bit further where I can get up under that kill bone. There we go. And I'm going to cut down right the edge of that cartilage all the way down. And if you'll look, boy, you can see that bone right there. What I'm going to try to do is just shave this meat off of the bone. And that half is ready to go. Now, come over here. I'm going to take this sliver away so we don't end up getting it on our chicken. And I'm going to cut back under here again. Find our cartilage here, cut through it. And again, I'm just going to shave off that bone from the meat. And there is my breastbone. So I have two halves. I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut this fat off. Any real loose skin you can kind of clean up. This one's not bad. Take this one back over there. Clean a little of this fat up off the top end. That looks pretty good. Got two nice halves there. Get off any, there's a little pin feather. Get all those off. Now, I'm going to inject these chickens today, and I've got some Tony Chache's jalapeno butter. Just going to put it down in there and kind of pull it out as we're coming out of that breast, but I want to get a good amount down in there. I'm going to shoot a little bit into my leg. And let's get a little bit in this thigh. Same way on the other side. A little bit on the leg. And then back into this breast. Go a couple of spots in here. I got some left over, so I'm going to go back into this other breast and give me a little bit there. Just to finish off. Now, have that injected. That's plenty of injection. A lot of good flavor going in there with that jalapeno butter. And if y'all have seen me do this before, you know, normally I put mustard on my chickens. Instead of doing that tonight, I'm just going to take some of this Tony Chache's, and it's oil based. So it would be like putting olive oil or vegetable oil or mustard. It's going to help it brown is what it's going to do. And it's going to help our rub stick. So I'm just going to lightly coat this, and I'll rub it in a little bit better. But there we go. Oh, too much there. That's going to be plenty. I just rub it in, coat it well. Now, what I'm going to put on here tonight is just some of my own fajita seasoning. Some of y'all know I'm on a diet, Roger Ragland's diet, and I'll put a link down there for Roger's outdoor channel, Roger Ragland Outdoors. So I can't have sugar. So I'm kind of watching the rubs that I use because a lot of rubs have plenty of sugar in them. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat these nicely over here. I want to make sure I get that leg good. All right, let's get this leg. And I'll put the recipe for this seasoning down here. It works great on chicken. I like this on chicken, use it many a times. Plus, you know, chicken fajitas or beef fajitas, either one. But it is a good, good flavor. Let's flip it over. One thing it won't do though is like my other rubs got a little paprika in it, and that red really makes a nice color. Won't have that advantage tonight because this doesn't have that amount of paprika in it that other one does, but we still can get a nice coating. Gonna let these sit here, let them marinate a little bit, and then while I get my fire going, and once my fire's ready, we're gonna get them in that Weber kettle. Let's get this lid off here. Pit's up to 300, that's where I want it to be. 300 is gonna render the skin out on that chicken very, very well, so it's taken care of. Now I'm just gonna take my chickens. When I put them on, I'm gonna put them on toward the, my legs toward the fire. I want it toward the hot part that way. And I want to kind of push them together. So when I push them together, I do not have to worry about them cooking real unevenly. The tighter we can keep them, the more evenly they're going to cook. Now I'm going to use my ink bird tonight, so I'm going to take a probe for each bird. Put it right in that breast. That's what I'm worried about, is the temperature of the breast. And another one here. I get it down in the center of that breast for number 3. Covered back up. I figure about an hour on these at 300 in halves, the way they're cooking right now. And also, just to let you know how I have this set up, the bottom is about half, maybe 3/8 away open. Top is all the way open. I've got some oak and some mesquite wood on there, along with some B&B charcoal. So we're gonna let this sit, and I'll monitor the temps. When it gets to be 165 in the breast, we'll get them off there. Birds are ready. They're in that 165 to 171 is where they're at, the 2 of them. So we're gonna get them off this Weber. Take my probes out. Just take these off and let them sit and cool a little while. Let those juices settle in the meats, but they are nice and smoky. Close up my Weber. Shut the lid, shut down, bottom shut. We can conserve the rest of the charcoal in here now, but let's let those sit, then we'll check them out. Tell you, that chicken is pretty. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna take this leg quarter off of this. Look at that juice running out of there. Man, what you like to see. That injection, Tony Chachet's jalapeno butter. Did a wonderful job. That chicken is pretty. See if we can cut it right there. Take off that. That's a pretty leg, cooked all the way through. Our breast. Move this one out of the way. Come in here and cut off our wing. Lovely wing. Breast is just moist as it can be. We're gonna pick this up. It's still kind of warm, but just gonna find this bone right here. Remember, we took that kill bone off, which was protecting that. That helped them cook a little more evenly. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come in here and kind of skate right behind that bone. Take that breast all the way off of there. We can slice that. That bird is looking nice. I tell you what, this bird is moist, it is tender. It's looks like it's gonna have a lot of flavor in it. It just turned out very, very good. The mesquite and the oak combination on that Weber kettle was fantastic for it. I tell you what, and here's the neat thing about this. I did inject this to keep it moist. Little variety in my diet. Some of y'all know I'm trying to lose some weight, down 50 pounds in 9 weeks, so not too bad. But we're on the Roger Ragland diet. I'll put a link below for Roger Ragland Outdoors so you can see what Roger started and a lot of us are doing. But this Tony Chachet's will work on. There's no sugars in it. So hey, that will work. So that's good to know. You might check if you're doing some of their other seasonings to see do they have sugar in them. But the one I used tonight, the jalapeno butter, shows that it didn't. But this is just looking beautiful. I'm gonna pick up this breast, and it is just moist. It's beautiful. It's got a great color to it, and we're gonna try it out and see how this thing tastes. But before we do that, this might be a great time for you to go over there and subscribe to my channel if you never have before. Hit that notification bell so you know when we get up new videos, it's going to tell you that so you can get over here and watch them. We got 300 videos on there, and we are adding them every week. So keep up to date on what we're doing at Texas Style Cuisine, and you can learn how to cook food just like this yourself, just as easy. So let's taste this chicken. That chicken's good. That fajita seasoning of mine just worked great on it. I'm gonna put that recipe down below. You can find it in the description box along with some of the other links for different videos. I'll put my video that has the whole chicken on there and how to cut it up using a knife. I'm going to put that one in there so you can see how to cut it into halves using a knife. That's my barbecue chicken on my Pitmaker barbecue vaults. But I'll put a link to that one in there so that y'all can jump on here and kind of see what's going on, what we have in store for y'all. I always try to put some extra links down there. Check out my playlist. I got a chicken playlist, a beef playlist. I got barbecue, I got grilling, I got seafood, I got a Mexican food. And of course, don't always forget my Dutch oven recipes or how to make sausage. And we're fixing to start making a bunch more sausage on here. We're gonna start putting that Weston grinder and stuff for the use. So be checking for those in the near future. Watch, some of them already have up. But folks, thanks for stopping by. I always do appreciate it. Tell your friends and family about us, and we're going to see y'all down the road on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Good night, everyone.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.